we've already highlighted, are a team that shouldn't exactly be favored to even play close against the likes of Endpoint. But Endpoint have shown there are weaknesses in their roster. We'll see if they can bounce back here, and with a strong showing, it's going to be 3 sets of Kevlar on the backs of Mighty Max, Surreal, and now Crucial picking up as well alongside Thomas, Smoke, and a defuse kit here for Robin. And over on the T side, 3 sets of Kevlar, plenty utility on Artist and Jay Steffo.
You can already see the change from Endpoint's CT setup on this pistol round alone. They've stacked so heavily on the B site, which is something you would almost never see on the old version of Vertigo. But there are 3 or 4 players on this B side of the map, and Eidos taking a bit of early information at mid, a bit of early information gathered, but they're playing it slow here and biding their time with these 2 sets of nades in their back pockets. This might just end up being that standard A execute dingo, which we used to see so often on every iteration of this map. It feels like, what a shot from Mighty Max.
Well, Mighty Max starting things off well. It's going to be a 5v4. Endpoint holding on with the advantage, and usually when we see this advantage come in on the CT side, it's very difficult to recover from. So you need to be very careful here in pulling this back for Eidos. Mighty Max in the middle of the bomb site will not get anything more done as Artist takes his head off. Now they can get that bomb planted and hold on as Crucial runs over the top. Dutchman landing a headshot back into a 4v3.
Ooh, Surreal rushing onto the bomb site. Doesn't go for the headshot, but he gets the kill. And Jay Steffo has got 3 more players against him. First headshot's good, but the bomb is being defused as we speak. Jay Steffo can't get anything going. Surreal with 2 shots to the chest in that round. Closes it out for his team. The A retake works for Endpoint. They fight for the site a little bit. They have some early trade kills, and then they don't let Eidos get back into those good post-plant positions. So even though they concede the bomb plant, I think that's basically how Endpoint planned the round. The retake works out well for them.
Works out very well for them. A couple of Tech 9s have started to really show up now with the changes. It's good to see it back in action. Good to see a little bit of Tech 9 usage. Artist is going to be the man picking it up. P250 for Giraffe. Deagles for the rest, alongside Zeth picking up a CZ. Over on Endpoint, it's going to be 2 MP9s, 2 M4A4s, and a for Max. Robin swings to the right, but is Extinct, who takes his head off, and a man advantage picked up for the T side.
Yeah, that's the risk you can run now by playing solo mid. Robin just gets caught by a Deeg. He only had the MP9, so he couldn't really take a very long-range angle either. It's a nice way to get into this round for Eidos. See how they decide to follow it up. Quite a few of their nades used on mid right now, and they're going to split onto this B-bomb site. Mighty Max only good for 1. Thomas trying to anchor this site that he's traded, and Eidos could get this bomb down. Surreal, the last man standing, but he gets 2 kills on the hold. And Artist has got 2 players against him. Great kill onto the first. And now it's a 1v1.
Yeah, 8 HP as well on Surreal. This is winnable for Artist. He'll go up on top, both of them 1 bullet from death. And while Artist has the advantage, he has the high ground, and Eidos still win it. Not really needed there for Surreal, but he gets caught in the open. An easy kill for Artist picked up. 1-1, Eidos. Win off the back of just pistols.
That's how quickly you can burst through mid onto the B site as well. With this new position that's been added at mid, you can quickly go over, I guess you call it the little construction area there. It's hard to call anything construction on Vertigo because the entire map is a construction site. But I think that's what people are calling it, the little construction area of mid. You can split through that and burst onto the B site so quickly. So the pistols there get it done for Eidos. And now Endpoint have got to try and win with pistols of their own.
I suppose we could just call it new thing. I think people would be quite aware.
New thing, yeah, that's a good name.
Then when it becomes old,
it becomes the old thing.
Yeah. Maybe the pensioners would be favoured on that one. Well, the flash goes onto the side. Extinct is going to push up with Seth. And while Extinct loses his head, he was the man to open things up with the Deagle in the previous. This new wooden panel being added is going to allow Seth to take cover, but it doesn't matter because he overextends and Surreal takes him away. Now a 5v3, a 2-man advantage in play for Endpoint. Artist has got himself in behind. He could be an absolute nuisance here to Mighty Max, and oh no, he doesn't see him. Mighty Max takes him away, takes a free kill, and a rifle to boot. It's going to be Giraffe and Jay Steffo trying to recover this nightmare round for Eidos.
Oh, Surreal's taking control as well. He's already got 2 kills on the round, and the AK delivers the 3rd. Giraffe finally trades him out, but it might be too little too late here. That's the first frag of the round for Eidos. 2nd kill delivered onto the B site as he goes on in.
Well, Draft checks up on top of the sandbag. It's going to be Robin that takes him away with a CZ. Draft's dropped, and, well, Endpoint. 2-1 on the board. Take a look over what Eidos have to bring to the table, and it's absolutely nothing. Might even see a force buy come in. Yeah, there we go. Well, obviously, Artist did get a little bit of extra cash, so he can afford an op, so at least that's something they're bringing to the table. And Max 10, Tech 9, couple of Deagles in play. Certainly a round that can be won, but Artist has a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, we've already seen that Artist can be the focal point of this Eidos team. Even in that previous round, he had the chance to make the difference, which I think is the positions that Eidos want him to get into. And here we go. The AWP fight goes his way. Great pick to kick things off from Artist.
Yeah, Artist finding himself the opening. Man advantage in play for Eidos. That's exactly the start they needed if this is going to be successful. Now, this position that Crucial is playing is so annoying to play against. When you first play this map a few times, it's very difficult because you can just hide behind that and they just have no idea. Run over the top, find 2 easy kills in the back. It's a really solid spot. It's almost weird seeing Vertigo without that little window.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting boost, though, over the top of the wooden ledge, and that's a 2nd kill. Eidos doing quite a lot of work here with gimmicky plays, allowing them to find a few picks. They move on to the site with a man advantage on towards B, and Extinct is going to move forward with a Mac 10. Now he has an AK to play with, and it's Mighty Max left in a 1v3. And Eidos answer back, just an ult, but a couple of pistols, and a 2nd round to boot. This is not the start either team would be looking for. It is scrappy, and it's definitely going to favor the T-side economy.
Yeah, it's a game of 4 spies right now, Dinko. But on Vertigo, you have a fair few close-range positions. So that's why the pistols can be so effective sometimes. That's why these SMGs can work out, especially with the way Eidos have been moving into the B bomb site, where you can get up close pretty quickly. Here comes the aggression, though. Surreal spamming away, but he can't connect the shots. Zeth eventually traded out by Robin, who will back away. So Endpoint come away with a 1-for-1 trade early.
Oh, Mighty Max, there he goes. Draft getting picked off. This is just mental, basically. The start of this game is just a little bit crazy. There's a sandbags gap again to play with. There always seems to be some sort of gap you can play with on those sandbags. Steffo walking up towards short shelf. He'll catch 1 and a 2nd. Well played from Steffo. He's pulling us all the way back. A 3rd kill for him on the A bomb site. It's only Robin left. And he has done everything here. Steffo, he's going to get a 4K. There we go. Just quick headshots all over the place.
That's what you want to see. Someone else from Eidos taking matters into his own hands, taking the round by the scruff of the neck and coming through with the round win. Huge work from Steffo there. You got to wonder how Endpoint aren't able to get a single sort of crossfire or trade frag there, though. The fact he takes that first fight on ramp solo is a little bit surprising to begin with, and then it just keeps on going. And in this round, Endpoint have finally not been able to go for an investment. We finally get a full eco Dinko, so we might get a bit more normalcy, I guess, put back into this game. Is normalcy a real word, Dinko, or have I made it up?
Normality would be the word I think you would use, but I like the attempt. Going forward is going to catch Surreal. 2-man advantage now in play for Eidos. This one shouldn't be a round you'd expect Endpoint to even have a chance in, so it's just very methodical. Eidos don't want to give away anything. Crucial might just grab himself a kill. I thought Artist did hit that, but no, it's Draft, and he turns around and even kills his own teammate. Alright, there's an ult picked up. Draft is just bloodthirsty. Has even turned to cannibalism, Alex.
Yeah, a little bit awkward, but it's all good. Mighty Max might get an AK, though. I'd see what he decides to do with this. They can buy next round, so he doesn't have to save this. Yeah. He's going to look for a kill or 2 here.
He's going to be checking this angle, though. And Steffo is going to find the kill. Easy plays for him. Mighty Max down. 4-2. Eidos finally putting a little bit of normality back into things, Alex, indeed. Putting the rounds together. And we'll see if they can continue that forward. No op, obviously, because that That was a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance. Draft actually taking Artist down. They don't have an ult to play with. They were certainly wielding that well on the T side.
Oh,
so.
the run boost. Jeez. Seth just got run boosted from spawn all the way around to this position. That's ballsy.
Yep, Draft is there too to back him up now as well. So clearly, Eidos displaying great practice on the map, and that's exciting to see. And early signs show that Endpoint aren't quite on point today as well. So this is not exactly going to be the start that Endpoint are looking for. Artist is going to get rid of Robin.
A couple of mollies deployed here, but Eidos aren't really going aggressive off the back of them. Now they've got the man advantage. They're happy to slow it down. They've still got plenty of nades left here. We're also seeing Endpoint generally leave that A site pretty weak. Mighty Max is there alone right now. Endpoint have been much more focused on this B site. And even still, Eidos have found a fair amount of success while taking B. And this time it looks like they've got an execute lined up.
Well, utility going on in. It's going to be Eidos showing us what they've got here in the B-bomb site running in before the smokes bloom. It's Seth who does get domed. He was attempting to be the loose entry fragger, trying to take them away, but Surreal forced off the angle, took them all off, but it's Thomas lining up too. He manages to line them up, but it's Jay Steffo right back in. 2 quick headshots, and now it's a 1v1 up against Mighty Max. Smoke begin to dissipate. Mighty Max will walk forward with it. It was the fake tap for the first, but Steffo sticks it on the second, and Mighty Max walks through, headshot collected, and around on the board for Endpoint. But my god, yet again, expensive for both teams.
Yeah, and if Endpoint didn't have so many players stacked onto that B site, they would have been in trouble there, because Thomas had to get a 2-man spray down that really made the difference in that round, that made sure they kept it close in the numbers. If they didn't have so many players stacked on B there, Eidos may have been able to take control of that easily. But Endpoint this time around get the right read on the situation. We'll see if they keep on playing like that, though, because if they continue to play with only 1 player on the A site, for example, that's got to leave the A site somewhat vulnerable. And you can already see a dynamic setup for Endpoint. This time, they've got plenty of players playing on A, and Robin going to have to back away from mid.
Yeah, early on, it was crucial playing in this position, but now Robin has taken out the task of playing middle. Interesting note in that last round as well. Mighty Max ran over an AK about 3 times, didn't pick it up. So perhaps electing to stick with the M4. Jay Steffo. Short shelf is going to catch Mighty Max jumping up, which is completely unaware of that possibility. And Jay Steffo is having an absolute blinder of a start here. 12 kills, 4 deaths, incredible performance. Artist gets rid of Thomas. And our 4v3. Man advantage here for Eidos.
Oh, not for any longer, though. Robin gets one straight through the smoke. However, the A-bomb site is vulnerable. Robin not able to get there in time. And Crucial has got to lock this down. He's only got 1 kill. USP out as he backs away. He's got time for the reload, so he's back to the rifle here. And Eidos have been slowed down by this player, but finally they find him. Crucial goes down, but he's bought time for Surreal on the rotate.
Look at that damage. 10 HP on Extinct, Draft from 46. Surreal sitting back in towards the elevator room. Here's the tap on the bomb. We'll start to move forward with it. He might catch Extinct trying to fall back from the position, but he doesn't. Extinct gets all the way back in towards ramp, and now Surreal, he's got a really difficult task on his hands. Smoke is in front on towards the bomb. He's just going to tap it, not fully stick. He jumps up on top of the box, but that's going to give away his idea as he fails to get up on top. Now the Molotov needs to go through. It needs to land and hit its mark, but it's not happening here for Surreal. This is so well played by Eidos. They're held back, but the push is coming through now at this point. After the initial tap, Surreal goes back onto the bomb. Yet again tapping. Extinct is just running down the time. Surreal finds the kill, but is there enough time for the defuse? It's going to be close, but Surreal, he might have just done it, and he has.
Well played clutch by Surreal there. He looked pretty for him. He stays cool under pressure. Another clutch round goes the way of Endpoint. That's a good sign for them here. Maybe that experience in the previous round, Surreal wins out for his team in this one. And Eidos are starting to run dry in terms of their money. This will probably be their last full buy here as we see some aggression up through a ramp. Mighty Max, the man caught early.
Mighty Max burning away. Instinct Crucial coming back in as draft gone, but Thomas landing shots and Artist is picked off. Now it's going to be into a man advantage for Endpoint, looking to try and take the lead. Eidos do have 2 players still standing, but Jay 5 HP. Oh, cool. He is lucky to be alive there.
Okay, Jay Steffo with another great headshot. He is really having a great game right here. We'll see if he can do any more, though, on just 5 points of health. He's brought his team into this round. Eidos just cutting the noise, slowing it down, maybe making Endpoint sweat. Robin's playing this close angle, but he backs away. He might be in trouble here. They're about to swing around this corner. Jay Steffo can't get the kill, but Zeth certainly can. Turned into the 1 versus 1, and Zeth's got time to work with here. He can play between these 2 bomb sites. He's making noise, though, so Surreal should hear those steps, and you can already see the reaction from Surreal.
Surreal. AK on towards the site. Seth is going through the Molotov to clear out the green boxes of the generator as Surreal is forced into the open, running forward onto the bomb site. He'll find the kill, and Seth just unfortunately couldn't get away in time. Surreal cleaning up another clutch round here for Endpoint, 5-4.
Yeah, another clutch for Surreal. Another round where he shoots his opponent's dead body after clutching, showing the confidence in these rounds. That's always one of the issues you have to be aware of on Vertigo, is that you have to be aware of those sound cues you're making as you rotate between those sites. And Surreal was just 1 step ahead. After hearing Zeth run all the way back over to B, he just sits behind the generator, waits patiently. Those boxes are actually a surprising amount of cover on the B site, so Surreal really had to run in there to get that kill. But it goes his way. Let's see how Robin holds mid, because there was that previous round where Robin got caught here. This time, though, he's got the smoke and a flashbang from Thomas being lined up.
Well, Eidos, they're going to be walking in towards middle. A little bit of a boost going on. But it's boost on boost action here. Robin, oh no, nearly quick switches the wrong time. Luckily, Mighty Max was able to bail his teammate out of that awkward scenario. Now nades can go through, and Artist is going to take significant damage. He can push forward. Jay Steffo, he has been having an unbelievable game, but Thomas will get rid of it.
Oh, Robin and Thomas here between them are getting everything done. Robin's MP9 goes running back into mid, takes the fight to his opponents, and Zeth is not going to be able to get anything done. Endpoint finally stabilizing here, finally establishing themselves. It took quite a few clutch rounds for them, but they're able to get into a 6-4 lead, build up a little bit of money on that CT side, and now they've got the AWP into the hands of Crucial, which could be an option for some aggression. We'll see what he decides to do with it.
See what he has up his sleeve. Oh, that's going to be a peak for Crucial towards the bottom of the ramp. It's not going to quite land. It does give away there was an ult play in there, though.
Oh, I like this boost.
Yeah, so Eidos going to be boosting the players up in behind the wood. Now, the wood is going to cover them off so that they can just get a player in behind that and hide. I really like this. This is nice. Just send him over to the top. He's got in past the wall already, and Surreal has no idea. There's players close by, and that's exactly what Draft will capitalize upon. Take it away, Surreal. Extinct catching out Thomas, and a Robin with an easy kill on towards Draft as well. A 4v3, but we go back and forth yet again, but Extinct will make sure that Eidos coming out on top. Mighty Max just sprinting on in on his own. The MP9 and the boost from Crucial paying off. A 1v3 though in total, and he'll move into the site. Artist takes him away, and it's going to be Eidos with a 5th on the board. A lovely little B play there coming off the back of the boost.
Yeah, these are the exact sort of plays we were hoping to see from Eidos after they were willing to go to this map. Just having little tricks up your sleeve to get the advantage in these rounds. And I think that definitely suggests they've done their homework, because I was watching Pro League the other day, and it was Godsent who ran that exact boost to try and quickly burst onto the B site. Here it works really well for Eidos, so they've clearly got some nice tricks available. Crucial, again goes aggressive, but this time he can't land a shot.
Well, Extinct takes away Surreal, but Robin trading back. He's aggressive on towards the B bomb site. Now, I think with these changes, we've started to see play like the B aggression not really be a factor. We haven't seen so much B aggression come through as we used to see, on the CT side at least, and Robin changes it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm interested in general if we see more aggression across the map on the CT side, especially at mid. I think there might be some rounds where the CTs want to get aggressive there, but the B-Stairs aggression definitely capable. This is very tense. Giraffe holding on the other side. Here comes the peak, and Crucial almost gets a double kill. Giraffe just about able to find the trade, but there are now 2 Eidos players who are critically low on health.
Oh, Mighty Max is up on top of the boost, and Artis seems to have no idea. Mighty Max just swinging, gonna get the info and drops the bomb. He could be on for more here as they are so low. There's the lineup. Mighty Max with 3, Endpoint. That's the hold they were hoping for.
Yeah, great hold there from Mighty Max in that position. Not a position you're going to use too often because it's very, very vulnerable if you get pushed from the other side there. But sometimes that position is going to work out for you if you throw it in occasionally, and Mighty Max gets away with it. And again, Mighty Max is having a good game individually. Robin back to this B aggression. This time a bit risky up against the MAC-10s. They could get him close range, but Robin manages to get the first. Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye. Oh, Robin. Here, headshot up onto Seth. Now it's Artist and JSFO, but look for a 2v4. It's not looking too likely here for our Endpoint. So, a little wiry bit, and he's going to be picked off. Never mind. Huge advantage, still loses to Tech 9.
Did they get Robin's gun, or did it fall off the map? I'm not sure, but they've got an AK. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. For Endpoint team, but they're still leading the way.
Yeah, big spray down from Thomas. Those nades from Robin did enough damage, so those first 2 kills were very easy. They were very softened up, and that makes it so much easier to control the spray onto the last 2 men. So Endpoint up to a 9-5 lead. And like you said, last round of the half here for Eidos on their T side. I'm slightly surprised we haven't seen Eidos go for a single A execute yet, but Robin just keeps on abusing this B aggression, and he keeps getting away with it as Thomas lines up 2. This has gone horribly wrong for Eidos. Finally, Giraffe trades, but Crucial's there to back up his teammate, and this round's over before it's really even begun. Oh my god, Robin.
10 on the board for Endpoint. Yeah, Alex, but that was...
Yeah, I think it especially feels that way because they had to win, I think, 3 clutches in a row just to kind of really feel like they had their money and they had their feet under them in that half, right? There were 2 clutches from Surreal. There was that 1 clutch from Mighty Max. So there are a bunch of close rounds there where if one of those rounds goes against them, they might get reset. Their economy might be in trouble again. But because they won those rounds, that's why they've actually been able to come out to a surprisingly good amount of rounds on this first half.
Oh, well, if they get a pistol, Alex, it's a perfect start for them. I mean, really in the driver's seat. Endpoint with the utility being purchased up. It's going to be Robin with 2 flashes and a Molotov. Smoke and a molly for Mighty Max. Something definitely up the Endpoint sleeve here. The rest of Kevlar, we'll see what they have in store for us here. It is pushing towards middle from pretty much everyone. 4 players straight up mid. Molotov going in towards the new thing, Alex, as I'm going to call it.
My favorite spot. Yeah, loads of nades in Zeth, though. Close range with the CZ could do damage. They've run past him. Zeth has got players in the back. Quick headshot onto a player that jumps into his crosshair, but it's only the 1-for-1 trade, and they can get onto this B site safely.
Yeah, well, Surreal and Thomas finding headshots on the clock. There's another one from Thomas. He's really started to warm up in these last few rounds, and continues it into the pistol. Now, this man is having a blinder of a game. We'll have to try and pull it off. 2 already for him in the pistol, but J Steffo with it all to do. Behind the boxes, Mighty Max hides, he peeks his head up, and it's going to be a headshot. 11-5 on the board, as Endpoint will find a little bit more success. They'll continue to move forward. Finding that pistol win puts them in a very comfortable position now, Alex.
Yeah, definitely. Especially on this version of Vertigo as well. We're not entirely sure which side is going to be favored, but from everything I've seen, I think it's probably going to be T-sided, just because you've got more options at mid, and you've still got the options for the A execute. There's a lot you can do now on the T side. So I think Endpoint will be pretty happy with how this is going so far. Nades down the ramp do a fair bit of damage to Thomas. He's down to 44 health, but with only the default pistols, I'm not sure if Eidos will be able to follow up on that damage too significantly.
Well, Crucial is the front man with the MP5. There's going to be a flasher on the corner and a peek up as he takes away Draft. Crucial hungry for a little bit more. Now that he's tasted blood, he'll go in towards the A-bomb site. Not picking off anybody else though. It's Thomas his turn to strike. Well, it's going to be Extinct on the USP. Does a lot of damage, taking them away. But Robin grinding out the cash. Mighty Max assisting with the AEK. And it's only J Steffo left alive up in the boost box. Not much he can really hope to do here with the P250 unless they run in towards him. And Thomas will duel him, but still win. Headshot picked up with the Galil. And it's going to be 12-5. We are 4 away from victory here for Endpoint in what felt early on like a super close competitive game. But Endpoint certainly showing up now, really getting into the groove of things. And we know how strong their T-sides can be, right? So this is kind of scary for Eidos.
Yeah, this is getting a bit out of control at this point. Eidos are really going to need this round win. Otherwise, they might fall too far behind to really compete here. Smokes down the ramp being exchanged. Robin can certainly hear steps from that position. Endpoint just holding back right now. I think once these smokes fade, we could see some action come through. Giraffe here on the other side. It could be SMG on SMG action. Robin is alone here, but the Molotov is going to clear out this position. Giraffe might be in trouble, but he wins the fight, and the Molotov hasn't spread far enough. Double nade onto Artist. He almost goes down, and they seem very sure that he's in that position. There it is. Thomas gets the kill.
Oh, J Steffo though, perfect timing on the flank from behind, but Thomas cleans it up after 1 casualty. Crucial hitting the deck, but still a 2v3. A real chance here for Eidos to get around on the board. They desperately need it. Draft flanking in from behind on the ramp. There's not a whole lot of time for Endpoint to waste with that flank coming in. They're going to hop up on top of the boxes. I love this play. Mighty Max with the bomb makes the ballsy play to head up on top of the bomb box. Oh my, not like this, Alex. Thomas and Mighty Max, they make it happen. They hold on, and the last 2 kills fall to pieces for Eidos. That was a huge advantage for them, and they let it slip completely. And I think that's just the skill of Endpoint. The mid-round decision-making, and the decision-making even in that clutch overall, with Mighty Max taking the initiative to hop up on top of the box, realizing he needs to get a kill there, and he does so well.
Yeah, it really feels like that's been one of the biggest differences here, is that difference in experience. Okay, Surreal just shooting the dead body. Zeth, who he took down early in the round. Giraffe has got a quick flank going here, though, and Surreal is going to be caught off guard. Thankfully, though, Endpoint have got control of the A-bomb site, so they shouldn't have too many worries at this point. They're about to get the bomb down. Thomas gets a further frag.
Well, that's Crucial with a headshot. Artist picked off. Does leave Extinct into a 1v4. He does have an AK in his hands to do a little bit of damage, but obviously that is the main goal. Take away a few of the rifles, force a few rebuys, but Thomas instantly annihilates him upon sight. So 14-5, we are 2 now away from concluding this match on Vertigo. We don't really get to see Vertigo too often here in the Prem, and we might not get to see much of it, because this round is do or die time for Eidos. They lose this, for me, it's probably over.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment at this point. Not a single round win for Eidos so far in this second half. Early smoke going to the sidewalk position, so the CTs will have a bit more difficulty, and Thomas is able to get a kill off the back of the smoke. Giraffe finally gets the trade, and over on the B side of the map, Endpoint lining up some aggression.
Well, Seth on the back of the B-bomb site, looking to try and show up, looking to try and take away a few of these Endpoint players, but it's not really worked out for him. Surreal just instantly decapitated him on towards the site. Draft sitting back in spawn, the AWP scoped in, looking for a kill. It's going to be Extinct boosted up over the top of construction, looking down in towards the site. Extinct looking for a little bit of action, looking for a kill to go his way, but Crucial is going to be holding on. Draft trying to find an angle with the AWP, but they're not presenting anything up until this point. But look at the angle. Mighty Max in the corner, 3 kills picked up. So well played from Mighty Max. He is certainly having a mighty performance as the in-game leader here of Endpoint. They will reach map point, and that has just smashed Eidos down deeper and deeper into the pit of despair.
Once again, Mighty Max having impact rounds, having good fragging on the board individually, which is great for this Endpoint squad, giving them a 15-5 lead and almost no chance for Eidos at this point. Eidos definitely had some signs of success there, especially in that first half. They had some cool tricks up their sleeve, but Endpoint have really just hit their level. And I think this is kind of what we were saying, Dinko. This is where Endpoint need to show up. They need to get wins. And under the pressure, they're probably just going to be able to step it up. And that's exactly what's happened here.
Well, Crucial walking forward on towards the A-bomb site. Surreal holding on for the flank. Artist thinks he's got them, but he's actually going to fall here very quickly. Surreal gets a good read of that. An advantage picked up for Endpoint. Crucial just holding on. That's a nice shot. My God, Draft was not expecting to die there. The smoke comes up, but Crucial hits the shot. So confident, he's going for trick shot. So over the top of the smoke, he'll go right through. This time, Thomas will hit the dust, and now Crucial looking for some style points. Jay Steffel, a player that had an incredible start to this, but was definitely showing up. It's Crucial with everything, and there it is. Endpoint walk away with the win. A huge performance from the team in the end. A very one-sided one that was looking like it was going to be a close game.